I was just sitting up here thinking about how, white parents do get on their kids' ass. There are certain white parents, especially the ones who grew up in the hood, they get on their kids' ass and they don't have to whoop them. They always just, you better get your ass out my face. Like they get loud. They adopt that tonage of how it inserts that fear into a being when you're getting louder. Just like you talking about with animals, like some a certain type of animals try to talk to you, you should make yourself seem big. You know what I'm saying? Bigger than them, right? And so, black people do that too. But then with certain black kids, seeming big don't matter when they already seen through your bigness. They already like you're not big. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like so the next way that a black person get big is through ass whoopings. And so like you get your ass whooped, you get your ass toe up out the frame all the time. Broomsticks, switches, shit, Romans for back in the day, dustpan, rag, whatever they fucking grab. You get what I'm saying? And so you get this spirit installed into you that okay, it's a certain level that I can go if I don't want to get this ass whooping. You get what I'm saying? And certain individuals, we have the motherfuckers, I don't give a fuck about the ass whooping. You going to have to whoop me, bitch. And 9 times out of 10, that's a black child. I'm not talking about the other races. I don't know about y'all like that for real. Love y'all, beautiful. But y'all really fall somewhere in between white and black, in my opinion. When I'm looking at y'all cultures, I'm looking at how y'all doing. Some of y'all fall over here where we at. Other y'all fall over there what they got going on. In the way how y'all perceive life is what I mean. You get what I'm saying? But mostly everybody over here, yeah, to the black folks side, you feel me? But yeah, I digress. Moving forward. So boom, yeah, okay, so you have that going on. So that made me feel like that it's just like an understanding, like, then you have certain white parents that they do beat their kids, but they actually be beating them. It's like, at a certain extent, growing up, you don't really hear about a balance between, it's like you either don't get whoopings as you white, or you hear about white folks getting like they getting abused at home and they getting whoopings. You know what I'm saying? It's never no in between. Not even say never. It's less of an in between and more of an extreme of no ass whoopings and they turned out well, or they turned out terrible, or ass whoopings and you been beating the fuck out their kids. Like, and they either turned out well still, or that trauma made them want to do some crazy shit too. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. But then you got black folks side, growing up, you don't really hear about no black folks who didn't whoop their kids. Everybody could relate. That's one thing everybody could relate to. But even your mama whoop somebody to your ass up. Somebody to your ass up, and that's a majority. So you get older, then you learn a minority. Like it's like, nah, I never got a whooping. You never got a whooping. Like that's a you never got a whooping. That's a black person thing. A white person thing. Like just for me being in white circles, your parents whooped you. Like that's what I'm saying. You feel me? And they thinking like you just got your ass beat and all, but. Depends on the other side of getting whoopings is you getting your ass beat. It wasn't no whoopings or getting your ass beat. It was whoopings or you getting beat and in between. Like in between is you didn't get no whoopings because they learned other ways of how to, exert that respect within the home. You get what I'm saying? But I don't have any true defined way of why I'm saying what I'm saying. Like I have no what I'm trying to say is like there was no true point to what I'm saying other than what sparked the conversation with myself. You know what I'm saying? So then I wanted to bring the conversation here to be had to spark the conversation with the other individual just to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know there's other black people who been in white circles growing up. Because like me, I had the blessing to not only grow up as the nerd, but I also grew up in the hood. And I also grew up with individuals who respected my smartness. And they understood how I could bring that smartness to the streets. So I was able to grow around street men too. So what I'm saying is I was able to really get a very diverse way of thinking. Street smarts, book smarts, and then you got white folk smarts. Because white folk smarts is not book smarts. Everybody got book smart. Anybody get street smart. But white folk smarts is a whole different type of goddamn shit that you got to sit back and understand and watch and learn. Like, no motherfuckers got their own way of being. Everybody do. But it's a collective. You get what I'm saying? And I guess to other races, when you learn about the other races, you're getting that race smart. It's going to me, I guess, Asian smart. But everybody can relate if they're not white to learn about white smart. And we call it code switching. That's what we call it. Asians, Mexicans, anybody immigrants that come to the United States, we can all relate when it comes to code switching, And I'm not saying some white folks can't, but it's just like it's a different kind of conversation when you're coming from that side of the fence and you're fighting that side of the fence versus you on the other side of the fence coming on the other side fighting that bitch. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even fighting here. We just being ourselves and loving each other. That's what we do, right? So I digress. Moving forward, it's just that really just made me think about that. Like, damn, it's like when it comes to ass and so that, but it's like it's beautiful that we all collectively is agreeing to what we see as discipline, you know, when it comes to children and what we see as healthy now, you know, because I do come across still certain black parents and all types of racist parents that do discipline their children with physical discipline. And, you know, I sit back and I'm like, physical discipline isn't as unhealthy as we want to make it to be, because then you have the folks like, oh, I made my son hold the books, or we do jumping jacks and shit. That's physical discipline. That is still physical discipline. And overdoing that can still install trauma to somebody. If you don't believe me, ask somebody how their life was growing up with an army dad, with a military parent, and one of those strict motherfuckers. I had a couple motherfuckers that told me they got them stories, and they was not okay. They was not okay. And I'm just saying, everything can potentially cause someone trauma or be traumatic, but it doesn't mean that every traumatic event you go through, you're going to hold on to it and see it and perceive it as something that was hindering you. You're not. It's just not. Because there are times when you're healing from your trauma, you literally shift your perspective from it was hindering you to that it was actually something that grew you into who you are today. So if that is something that you grew to understand and know, then maybe that's what that seed was always meant to be, because you planted it. It was planted in you. It was planted. I'm not saying that you deserve to go through trauma, but we all incarnate on this vessel on this planet, and in these vessels on this planet for our own personal reasons of what our personal souls is learning and growing through. Yes. Not what you're going through, what you're growing through. And if you already survived it, why are you so offended by what I'm saying right now? You gonna survive it. You ain't even just growing through the shit. You already out shit. But what you dealing with is the aftermath of it. I'm not saying that's not something that's terrible. I mean, not terrible. That's not something that's heavy as well. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's something easy to go through. But what I'm saying is what I just said. Shift your perception here. You see how you can plant a seed, you can get a download on the channel, and it can take you full circle. And as you continue to understand and become more aware, you move up a spiral. But when you stay in the same perception of some shit, you stay in the same fucking race, in the same fucking spiral. But when you move up that spiral, you may be still in the race, but you're not in the same place as you was before. It's your boy Beetalksss, bitch. And that was the fucking message. I see